Welcome to the day 16 of the In Her Image podcast. I'm so glad that you're still with me today as we continue our journey through the Proverbs 31 woman's qualities. Today, we're diving into a beautiful and powerful trait, generosity. Proverbs 31:20 teaches us the value of opening our hearts and hands to those in need. Let's take a look at the verse for today. She opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. This verse challenges us to live a life of generosity, going beyond our comfort zones to show compassion to others. Let's explore how we can embody this beautiful trait in our own lives. In Proverbs 31:20, we see a woman whose generosity knows no bounds. The verse says, she opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. These words paint a picture of a woman who doesn't just help when it's convenient or easy, but when it's needed most. She is proactive, extending her hands to those in need, offering not just material help, but also love, empathy, and support. This quality of the Proverbs 31 woman challenges us to examine how we show up in the lives of others. Are we actively looking for ways to give and help, or do we wait for the needs to come to us? Generosity and compassion are not just about what we have to give, but about the heart with which we give it. Just like the Proverbs 31 woman, we are called to be open-handed with our time, resources, and love. This doesn't always mean giving money or material things. It can be as simple as offering a listening ear, helping a friend in need, or sharing an encouraging word. The key is to look beyond ourselves and see where we can make a difference. In a world where we are often consumed by our own busy lives, Proverbs 31:20 calls us to step outside of ourselves and consider how we can use what we have to bless others. By living with an open heart and an open hand, we can make a lasting impact on those around us and reflect God's love and care. God, as love, is the ultimate example of generosity and compassion. His love for us is unconditional and constant, and it's through His generosity that we are blessed. When we reflect on God's generosity, we see that it isn't just about giving material things, it's about offering ourselves, our time, and our hearts to others. Just as God is generous with His love and provision, we are called to reflect His heart by showing compassion and kindness to those in need. To live in our image is to open our arms to the poor, extend our hands to the needy, and offer ourselves in service to others. God's love empowers us to be generous, not out of obligation, but out of a heart that reflects His love for us. Today's reflection question is, how can you actively practice generosity in your life today? As you reflect on today's devotional, I encourage you to think about one area in your life where you can be a little bit more generous. Whether it's lending a helping hand, offering an encouraging word, or donating your time to a cause you care about, choose one action today that reflects God's heart of love. Generosity isn't just about what we give, it's about the heart with which we give it. Today, choose to open your hands and arms to those in need, and in doing so, reflect God's love in a tangible way. Thank you for joining me for day 16 of the In Her Image podcast. I hope today's devotional has inspired you to approach your relationships and your community with open hands and a generous heart. Remember, the way we serve others reflects the love and compassion God has for us. If today's episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to share it with a friend who may need to hear this message. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any of the upcoming devotionals. Together, we are learning to reflect God's image in our everyday life. If you haven't yet, make sure to click that like button on this devotional if you have enjoyed it. And if you haven't yet, please leave the podcast a review. Let's continue this conversation and keep encouraging one another. Reach out to me on social media or leave a comment below. I'd love to hear how you're applying these insights in your life. I'll see you tomorrow.